Alright, some nice chill narration. Yeah, we sure took that border wall fortress place. Just greasing the gears of history with the blood of our enemies, I guess. Uh-oh. I see Balliste. And there's Patrine. Okay. Oh boy. Omasa. That's a... Well, that's a Fire Emblem boss name. Well, Naesala says he's going to be taking the field himself. There's Dog's Breath, Patrine's favorite curse. Alright. Soren was the MVP. Good job, Soren. Got a decent amount of bonus experience. Alright. So first I'm going to award some experience to... I think it's just got to be Marcia, right? I think she's the only one left that I really have an interest in promoting, so let's just get her promoted. Good, well-rounded promotion. Everyone else should be fine. Skills. I did pick up... What did I just pick up? Wrath. I guess I should point out, just bring it up, the occult scroll for both Wyvern Lords and Falcon Knights is this skill called Stun. It's not great. At least I don't think it's great. Sometimes the attack will prevent the enemy from moving. They can still attack from their spot if anyone is in range, so it's not that worthwhile. And with someone like Jill, you're probably going to kill the enemy anyway, so... yeah, not worth it. Who else got promotion? Soren got promoted. So for mages, the occult scroll is this skill called Flare. It's exactly like Luna, just with magic and resistance instead. What else? Oh, right. Boyd promoted. I didn't take a look at what his occult scroll is. Increases damage when units' constitution exceeds enemies. So that one is... I'm still not sold on it. Where the hell is his constitution? Is it his build? I guess it would be his build stat. 11 is pretty bulky as far as these things go. It might just be weight. I'm not sure which one it is. But when it activates, it raises strength by 25%. And that's kind of it. So that would give Boyd like 5 or 6 extra strength, which I suppose is nothing to sneeze at, but it doesn't trigger all the time. I don't think it goes with a critical, so I'm not keen on it. Who else? Take a look at what snipers get. They get this skill called Deadeye. Doubles their accuracy and puts enemies to sleep. Again, I don't think this one is all that worth it. It'll keep an enemy from attacking, but Rolf is so strong that he'll probably kill him anyway, so he's not going to get the scroll either. It's just kind of how it is with a lot of these promotion skills. They're just not super great. Some are definitely better than others. Anyway, I've got some info. First, let's talk to Jill. Well, Mist and Jill seem to be getting along pretty well, all things considered. Oh. It's Har. Remember Har? He's the commander of the unit that, excuse me, captain of the unit that Jill was a part of before she flew off on her own to, track down Ike and all that. Har is a good captain. Like, oh, good, you stopped being racist. I'm really happy for your personal growth. Har is a very good unit. We're not recruiting him yet. All right. So that was yeah, that was some. The hints there was maybe you want to keep Jill kind of out of the battle for the time being. There's also the other subtle hints that, she was chatting with Mist beforehand. I don't think it's in this chapter. I think that really comes into play in the next chapter. But you know what? I'll talk about it here and now. It's fine. So as Jill and Har talked about, we are going to go up against Jill's dad, her actual father, in combat. And depending on how you do things, and I did them wrong, so I won't be able to properly demonstrate it. But if she goes into combat against her dad, not just the battlefield, I mean, like, specifically goes to fight him, what he can do, I believe, is he can choose to talk to her instead. And if he talks to her, he will ultimately convince her to join his side. And that means you will lose Jill and you will have to fight her. And I just promoted Jill. She's really strong. I don't want to have to fight her. So we're not going to do that. I'm not going to let that happen. There is a way to prevent that, though. If you get her to A rank support with Mist. Now, I was mistaken in thinking that you could also do it with Lethe. But that it turns out is impossible. And I don't have enough support conversations left with Mist to get her up to A rank with Jill. But if they have an A rank support, the two of them, then Jill can talk to her father on that battle, and he will not recruit her. She will stay in your army. She's formed like such a powerful bond, I guess, that it'll be fine. She will stand up for herself and not at her father's side. So we won't be able to see that. Oh well. That's about all I can say. Anyway, here are the three brothers. The special attack. This is why in the last chapter I wanted to get Oscar and Boyd promoted. Or Boyd was already promoted. Oscar and Rolf. All three of them need to be promoted, but I had to make sure that Oscar and Rolf were as well. They all have to use the same weapon. You know, it's also possible... I'm not sure. I'm not going to look it up to confirm it. But it might be that this is the events that triggers it. The special attack is only available when all three of them are promoted. And this is just the conversation that tells you about it. Alright, so they all have to use the same weapon. So Rolf can only use bows, so that's why they have to use bows. So Boyd gains access to bows on promotion, and Oscar has the choice. Rolf will not be slowing them down, that is for sure. Whoever taught him the fundamentals was an expert archer. I wonder who it was. Oscar sees right through the lie. His eyes may be closed in his portrait, but that lets him see the truth. And Boyd is just too stupid to figure it out. And for some reason, they're keeping it a secret from Ike, the guy who's giving them orders and telling them where to move and who to attack. Well, Ike is doing his best to figure it out, but he cannot come across the word maneuver. Right, a special man witch. That's what it is. Let's meet Janif. Are our chances at victory? We are at a disadvantage. I saw all those ballistas out there. And I'm kind of sorry that I skipped over that line a little too fast from Ike. There's a man I have to find, and I will be the last thing he sees. He's... He's not wild and uncontrolled with bloodlust, but he's got the bloodlust, that's for sure. And we'll meet with the other retainer. Ah. So they're co-op. Ike has learned that it's not all about just swinging swords around really cool. Alright. Well, I've only got one conversation left with Mist, and I'm undecided as to whether it should be Rolf or Mordecai, so... We'll just leave that be for now. Let's see. Yeah, the limited supports really is just not a fun thing to deal with. Not a fan of it. Thankfully, they got rid of it in Awakening. They removed that limitation. So they made it so that they added an extra tier of supports, the S rank tier. But other than that, and then units can only have one S rank support. But other than that, they can have as many support conversations as they qualify for. It's really nice in that regard, really convenient. I wish it was in this game, but it's not. Just gonna put those away real quick. Right, the thing I wanted to do, now, remember, I've got these two arm scrolls. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them both on Mist. increases the weapon level of the currently equipped weapon. So Mist, as a reminder, has a D rank in swords, and that's fine, I guess. So what I'm going to do, though, in the interest of gimmicks, she now has a B rank. So I'm going to put this men's staff away because that's an awful lot. And then I'm going to trade for Tanith. There you are. I'm going to take this Sonic Sword because, as a reminder, it uses magic to attack and not strength. And it's as strong as the forged weapon I made for her. But more importantly, it's also got range. So now Mist has a sword-based magic attack that uses her superior magic stat. She can do 29. She has 29 attack. That is very powerful. Ike, with a steel blade or equivalent, cannot use or cannot deal 29 damage and sheer raw power. Let's see. She absolutely needs more weapons. I see. Okay, so B rank. Oh, no. Never mind. I don't know why I didn't think of that properly. I thought, some of these weapons aren't grayed out, or the Silver Lance isn't grayed out, so that must mean you can use it at B rank. No, it's an A rank weapon. It was foolish of me to think otherwise. It's too bad. Put that away. She definitely doesn't need that. It has been so long since I've even considered forging a weapon. I guess I'm not about to start now. I need to give her another javelin. Let's see, since she promoted, she can also use swords, but she can only use an iron sword, and I'm not keen on trying to train her up for that, so don't worry about that. Is there a better wind tome? There wasn't. Okay. I know. I will give Soren a heal staff just in case. Let's see, any other items I want to hand out, maybe? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Still all fine. That's who needs better weaponry. Only a C rank in spears. That is incredible. Very bad in its own right. Killer Lance is gratuitous. Actually, let's just sell that for not very much. But it'll let me give her extra steel lance and javelin for range. How's everyone else's inventory looking? Yeah, it seems fine. Yeah, okay. Alright, well, Naesala did say he would be in the battle. And, well, we did have that conversation about how the Lagoos choose their kings by feats of strength rather than bloodline, so we know he's not going to be any slouch. Alright, let's choose our units again. Well, let's look at the map, actually. Sending Reyson out for a chat, do anything. I feel like it should. Let's see if I can take a peek. I guess this is a handy page to look at in the unit list. The conversation. If anyone has any potential conversations, it'll be right here. So looks like where's Reyson? So Reyson absolutely refuses to talk to Naesala, so that's just not going to happen. But I think, like Janif said, if we send him to talk to Naesala, I think that will get him to withdraw his crows from the battle. But it seems like a big if. Naesala, despite being a king, does not have permanent transformation. It's interesting. He's got Vantage, which is scary. And he's also got Vortex. This is a unique thing for... I guess for Naesala in this game. It's like a wind-based magic attack. You can just attack at range with magic. And you can see he's got a pretty good amount of magic for a mostly physical attacker. So, you know, if we don't have to scuffle with him, that's all the better. Here's our boss. He also has a sonic sword, so look at that. And it comes with a silver sword as well. Difficult to wield and expensive to purchase. That sounds about right. Let's see, you got a killer axe on this guy. Got a ooze bow on that guy. Long sword over here. And crows, all kinds of crows. So all in all, the enemy outnumbers us 2-1, so that's fun. Other things I want to watch out for. Ballistas. I'm trying to remember how it works. Where's my zoom out button? Alright, so in this game, ballistas are directional. Or mostly directional. Somehow can attack over here. I guess it's from the unit's position and not like the ballista itself. So at least I've got that working for me. But you can also see that they've got 2 of them pointed right in my general direction. And we've also got this guy up here. Let's see, so 2 are they still have the 10 attack range, which means it's going to be pretty difficult to try to sneak up on one. There's something about the unit screen that the emulator doesn't like. Let's see here. We don't need Volk. Do need Boyd. I believe I want to keep Jill around. Because I think Har said he was going to be here. But who else is going to sit down? I think we'll let Mia sit down just because she is another sword user. And it's nothing against sword users, it's just I've already got Ike. I can't take Ike out of the battle. So we'll make sure that the brothers are relatively close together. You can see now that we're out of the unit list screen, it's not as choppy. The only thing that has me worried is that those ballistas can go after Jill, and I would like to avoid that. I can't protect her and Marcia at the same time with the full guard. So let's save again. I think I'm ready for battle. So we'll just get started. We do have money. That is true. The thing is, I need to say... I've already got 50,000 gold earmarked for an entirely different purpose. Now I'm wondering if it's the snow effect that's actually causing the problems. Alright, maybe I should zoom back in. Maybe that could help. Right. Well, then we'll have little Marcia take front. Oscar's weapons are kind of lackluster for this point of the game, but it'll be fine. I'm going to try to set up the special attack. Does mean I have to put the bow on it, Void. I don't need to worry about that. This kind of need to worry about. Actually, it's fine. Another totally valid strategy, of course, is to send in a meat shield to absorb attacks from the ballista. I'm not sure how powerful it is in this game. It didn't seem to give me any chance to like preview that. But it's probably fine. Soren gets a bonus move for whatever reason. Ah, I have the perfect made-up reason, so he can be closer to Ike for his support bonus. Alright, so if things go right, this Myrmidon is in for a world of hurt. Oh, they didn't go right, but he was still in for a world of hurt. Let's see. It's got the best. They're all pretty similar. I would like to be able to pull off this trick. See it in action. But the game does not want to let me do it. Oh well. Stephanie can come out. How's Ike's defense? Ike's defense is pretty good, so he can come out too. I know I said it's hard to kind of sneak around on a ballista, but it looks like I just managed to sneak around a ballista. And just to confirm, I don't think... Yeah, that guy can't get to that spot. This guy could still target Marcia, but... she's got the full guards. She is protected from the bonus damage. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out this ballista. No one else should be able to reach her, just this guy. And I guess... Yeah, no, not even those guys. It's a perfectly valid strategy. Only question is, am I getting a little too cute trying to set up this maneuver? A special man-witch. Oh, well, we'll just go for this. Oh, this is fine. Fine enough, I guess. Oh. Hey, that's a reset. Oops. Oops. Alright, so that whole thing about being aggressive, not a good idea after all. Oh boy. Alright, well, we'll just hop to it like nothing happened. Good thing that was only turn 2. God, I didn't realize how far his attack range was. Jesus Christ. Okay. This is fine. I'll make it work. This mercenary type guy, this guy with an iron blade, I'm gonna draw him out. Have Boyd just stand here out in the open with an iron bow so he can't counterattack. Have the other brothers close by. So. We'll see just how stupid this is. Okay. Alright, so to do this properly, I need to space them all so that they can use their bows. Boyd is the strongest of the bunch, so that makes sense. Who's got the best defense? Actually, both got the same defense. So I'm going to start by putting Rolf here. And then I'm going to put Oscar here. Then we're going to put Boyd here. And this should do it. Triangle attack. Oh yeah. Come to think of it, this is probably... Yeah, that's definitely a murder. I think it's a guaranteed critical hit. And if it's not guaranteed, it's close enough that it, you know, it doesn't really matter. But the thought just occurred to me that maybe, just maybe, the reason that they have the three brothers do it, and only with bows, is because, yeah, it's kind of hard to pull off. It is kind of gimmicky. And, but the main thing is that since Reyson can restore movement to, to all the units surrounding him when he's transformed. The fact that the brothers have to use bows and be one space or attack from 2 range means that it will be impossible to really set them up for a second attack in one turn. So you can only get the 1 triangle attack per turn. I'm not positive, but I feel like that's the decision making that went into that. So let's see. Just have Ike go in and demolish this guy, except Ike's not strong enough to actually finish him off. Oh, there's Aether. Or Ether. I know it's supposed to be Ether, but in Smash Bros. He says Aether, so that's what I'm going to keep saying. Fun thing about it is that it does have its own special animation. Even when you have animations turned off, I do appreciate that. But I am hoping that someday, eventually, we'll be able to see the whole actual animation play out, like when it's turned on. I can think of at least one occasion where I will want to do that, but that is not today, so I say don't worry about it. Alright, so the ballista did 7 damage to Mist, so that means I'm going to do a little math. She's got 8 defense, so 15 attack from the ballista. And it's probably fixed. Which is to say it's not affected by the archer's strength at all. If I had to guess. Which means that effective damage would do 30 damage to a flying type unit. So it's a good thing I'm not doing that, isn't it? Just for fun, let's have Jill use a Killer Lance. Bingo. HP, strength, and speed. Well, that's all I need. Can have her retreat just a little bit to get her out of range of that 1 ballista. Naesala can't attack quite that far, so I can send in Rolf to eliminate that guy. And I just have to worry about other nearby archers, which I'm not worried about. Well, that's a murder. It's been... Oh, wait a sec. I was going to say, it's been a hot minute since we've seen Lethe in combat, but she'll be fine. Give her a chance to stretch her legs. Oh, Oscar does not need a triangle attack to murder a dude. As for Boyd, kinda does. I'll have Nephne take triangle advantage and just, good night. Right. Leveling up everything. Weapon level, that's good. Not quite at her speed cap yet, but she's awfully close. And just as a reminder, the accessory she has equipped, the Night Ward, the game doesn't actually tell you this for whatever reason, but it does add 30 points to her speed growth rate, so she will hit that cap very soon. I don't know what number it is off the top of my head, but it should not be a problem for her. Let's see, I'll keep this range as well. Just to make sure I don't send in my birds to an unfortunate position. So the play with Naesala, given his superior movement range, I'm thinking what it should be is I'll have Janif kind of move into his range, even though it won't be close enough, and then Reyson can give him an extra move to really cause some damage. Not literal damage, but, you know, reduce enemy forces type damage. So whichever way you slice it, we're still talking about removing the enemy from combat. I think this is what I want to do. It should be fine. Who's left? Oh, the one hawk. That might have been this chapter I was thinking of, where there's a bonus for not killing any of the crows. Which is going to be interesting to make happen. Especially if they're going to fly face first into my spears. But it's something I can do this turn, I'm pretty sure. It is not something I can do this turn, just yet. But I can set it up. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save state here. Gonna be the first thing. I'm gonna start some maneuvering to get our hawk into position. To get Reyson into position to get our hawk into a position to help. Whew. Thanks, Boyd. Putting in some work. Don't need the Laguz bow right this second. I'm thinking Mordecai, smite Reyson. That'll get Janeth up. Move Janeth as far as here. Then 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. This is precisely perfect. Oh no, except there are the archers there. What can I do about that? Right. Has damage done by Bjork attacks. What that really does is it negates effective damage from Bjork attacks. Alright. Here's what I'm really gonna do. I'm gonna give Janeth the Bjork guard. Just gonna hold on to that. Then I will equip it. There, so hopefully that means he's protected against arrows. We'll have him wait. Reyson comes up to give him an extra move. Janeth comes up to talk to Naesala. Naesala's got an interesting perspective on selling his friend into slavery. Alright, so I don't know if this is going to work out. Janeth is really deep into enemy territory at this point, which is kind of scary. There's also the fact that, oh boy, that guy's capable of targeting Reyson. Go there. For my next trick, I believe I will rescue Reyson, because Naesala couldn't get to him anyway. And then when Naesala gets closer, then I'll drop him off, or at least after I'm able to take care of this ballista. I'm making up a lot of this as I go. I don't know if it's going to work out in the long run. But we'll see what happens. And then, Michael, I don't want to let your joke go to waste. I would like to thank you for invoking the image, the mental image of Eggman saying, "Get a lord of this." Okay. So far, this is within the acceptable margins of error. It's a good thing Rolf is a very speedy boy. Oof. Alright, I'm gonna see if there's anything for not letting crows die. Actually, I don't want to look it up because I have to look it up on my phone, and that just seems like kind of a hassle. First things first, you need to go away. I figured there is, but that's kind of a tall order, and I'm not going to reload state just to make that work, so forgive me for not knowing what it is. It's probably money, though? Like, is it a white gem or something? I feel like that's what the prize really would be. I should have Jennifer treats. I'm just gonna have to trust that none of the other crows are going to hurtle themselves into danger before Naesala gets a chance to move. Whoa. Wonder. Guy's got adept. Well, the odds aren't great, and I'm not happy that the guy could get a lucky crit and one-shot Nephany, so... you know what they say, discretion is the better part of valor, so let's, might have been wrong play. What can Ike do out there? He wouldn't die. Kind of want to see if I can make a quick wall of defense around Bill. Which would look a little something like this. Yeah. Will it actually work? I don't know. I want to believe. Anyone? Okay, Rolf needs that physic so bad. I forgot how bad Rolf's condition was. But he should be fine now. Alright, so we'll see what happens. transformation. That's valid. Okay. Ike is getting some good levels. I don't know what he's doing with 8 magic, though. That is ridiculous. Oh, the ballista. Ouch. Okay. Naesala coming in like the shady uncle. Naesala, do you really want to ask that of the guy you just sold into slavery? I didn't really sell you, he says, of the transaction he conducted wherein he received money in exchange for providing his friend. Oh, boy. With conditionals. Get the hell out. That's the condition. All right. This is actually kind of awkward. I did not expect this to happen. I really did not anticipate that Daein would also kill any of these units. But they are certainly going to try. Alright, now the thing is, the goal of the chapter is only to defeat the boss. Which means that is something that I could probably finagle in this turn. So we got 17 damage from Lethe. Not a reliable 14 from Rolf, unfortunately. Extremely unreliable from Jill, so maybe not those. I'm not even going to bother with a steel axe. Killer Lance. Those odds are better. I'm still not happy about the potential for the boss to get a critical hit on Nephne that would kill her. But she can do some damage. And Ike can also do a hefty amount of damage. So this is possible. It's workable. I think that's what I'm going to go for. No guts, no glory. And in a grand tradition, Jill is going to fly up to that archer and say, "How dare you make me bleed my own blood?" That'll learn him. What am I thinking here? What's that look like? That actually looks really good. Alright, 13 damage. What did Lethe do? That was very reliable. 17. 17, so I just need to do 7 damage on top of that with, say, Ike. Or Nephany. This is in the bag. Alright. Let's make it happen. Give him a little heat. This is fine. This is really fine, actually. Could even come in with Rolf's bow, and that has really good odds. I have options. Actually, I even have one other option on the table. I just want to double check. Never mind. I thought I could have Mist going into it, which would be hilarious to me, just as a concept. But that seems very ill-advised, to be honest. Because the guy would be able to get a double attack on her, and that's probably not what I'm looking for. I'll let Oscar finish that guy off with his weakness. I'll just get some extra strength. Alright. So, how do I want to do this? I guess I want to do it with Rolf. Those are my best odds. And even if I fail, then I've still got others waiting in the wings. And down he goes. Alright. So even with that early mistake I made, things worked out in the end. Sure, I missed out on some combat experience, but it's fine. This is just a casual playthrough, right? Suddenly, a word. I don't like the sound of that. Oh, this is happening. Okay. Alright. I wonder if that's going to be before the save screen or after. This is very important. So it turns out, well, I guess Naesala kind of put his country in kind of an unfortunate position, but it's one of his own making, so I'm not going to feel too sorry for him. Ah, here it is. Yeah, remember when Volk said he had a report for Grail? Then, Grail kind of died. But Volk wanted 50,000 gold to, actually deliver it. Well, oh. Hmm. Oh, Volk was, I see. He had the report. It's just not written down. So, this is all just a test. Alright. Hired Shadow. Mm-hmm. Hmm. So Volk is, some kind of assassin. Going berserk, though, that's interesting. Theron's medallions. So that's been brought up a couple of times before, but what is that? Oh, well, there it is. Gonna try to feign ignorance, but yeah, it's the medallion that Mist is carrying. Uh, like, I'm pretty sure it glows with, like, a weird blue flame. I mean, it's glowing right there in that picture. There's the animated cutscene of the flame glowing. It houses an evil god. That's a hell of a thing to be carrying around. Ashnar does want the medallion. So if you're wondering why Mist got to carry it around in the first place, it's because she's the only one who's allowed to actually touch the thing. Ah. That's why. That's what could make Grail go berserk, and that's why he wanted Volk around. In case it happened again. Balance and chaos. Okay. We're getting a little Shin Megami Tensei. Just a bit. So this might be why Grail wanted someone around to kill him in case he ever went berserk again. He might have accidentally killed his wife. This is also kind of an important detail. So remember when Grail fought the Black Knight, and the Black Knight threw that sword at him? Told him to pick it up? Grail was like, this axe is the only thing I need. Yeah, it's because he... Well, don't ask me why the tendons in his sword hand can hold an axe and not a sword. Just take it at face value. Grail literally cannot hold a sword again. And he might have even been fighting... I wonder if he was fighting left-handed, though. I'm not going to go back and review the tape, to be honest. But I guess if he needed both hands to hold the axe, then that would explain it. It's true. He did have the upper hand against Patrine. So even if he did, handicap himself, quite literally, still very potent, very powerful. But that's also triangle advantage, I guess. Final bit of business. Do we want to hire Volk? So this is another important thing. You could choose not to hire him. But then he just leaves your army. So we're going to hire him. Guess who's getting a promotion, baby? Well, it's a class change, I guess. Yeah, so as the game is spelling it out in making it crystal clear, Volk is truly an assassin. If you refuse to hire him, not only do you lose him, you also lose out on having an assassin. The only one in the game. So I thought that you actually had to have the 50,000 on hand, like fluid cash, to be able to hire him. I want to say that if you choose not to hire him, then you get to keep that 50,000 that would have gone, that was supposed to go to Volk. Could be wrong though. I don't feel like looking it up, to be honest. So yeah, there it is. Now we have an assassin in our ranks.